Presenting Petitions, Presentation Petitions, the Honourable Member for Nanaimo Cowichan.
Petitions to present. The first is that we request the Government of Canada return the rights of any healthy Canadian to give the gift of blood, bone marrow and organs to those in need. No matter the race, religion or sexual preference of a person, that right to give blood or donate organs is universal to any healthy man or woman. The second petition, Mr. Speaker, is with regards to calling on the House to amend the Food and Drugs Act with mandatory labeling for genetically modified foods. And the third petition, Mr. Speaker, is calling on Parliament to impose a moratorium on the release of genetically modified alfalfa in order to allow the proper review of the impact on farmers in Canada. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
For Halifax West.
Thanks. On behalf of a large number of Nova Scotians who believe health care is a fundamental right for all Canadians, these citizens believe this government's cuts to health care in my province will be crippling. They're concerned with the fact that changes to health transfer payments mean funding will now be on a per capita basis. That means Nova Scotia will receive $23 million less than the province would have gotten under the previous health accord. Obviously, the folks who signed this petition do not think this is fair, and they're calling on the Prime Minister to work with Premier Stephen McNeil to develop an alternate funding formula that does not punish Nova Scotia this way.
Presenting Petitions, the Honourable Member for Edmonton Strathcona.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. First, I'd like to table two petitions from Albertans from Edson, Spruce Grove, Sherwood Park, Leduc, Barrhead, Gunn, Morinville, Athabasca, and Edmonton, who wish the government to reverse the elimination of the postal jobs, the end to house delivery, and to stop the drastic increase in postal rates. The second petition, Mr. Speaker, is from Albertans calling on the government not to amend the Seeds Act or the Plant Breeders Act to further restrict farmers' rights and to enshrine the farmer's right to save, reuse, select, exchange, or sell seeds. And the final petition is from Albertans, calling on the government to reject Bill C-23 and bring forward a bill that includes genuinely empowering Elections Canada to address fraud and investigate robocalls. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member for Bonavista, Gander, Grand Falls, Windsor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to rise to talk about the reduction in postal services in our smallest of communities. Several of mine, I have 193 communities in my riding. Several of those communities are facing reduced hours. This is a petition from one of those communities. The community is Bunyan's Cove, and they are losing service, and they want it maintained, a full service from Canada Post, the national provider. Thank you very much.
The Honourable Member for Ottawa Centre.
Mr. Speaker, I'm presenting a petition today on behalf of Canadians actually right across the country, everywhere from here in Ottawa, Gatineau, Montreal, Calgary, we have Saskatoon, Toronto, who are asking the government to adopt Bill C-486, the private member's bill put forward on conflict minerals. The petitioners want Canada to take a stance and end the revenue streams for the militias who right now are responsible for heinous human rights violations, including rape and using rape as a weapon of war. I present this on behalf of those petitioners. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Saskatoon, Wanuskewin.
Mr. Speaker, I have three quick petitions here. The first one is from a number of petitioners who are asking for Parliament to amend the Divorce Act in keeping with my private member's bill. The concept of shared equal parenting as a presumption in child custody decisions, except, of course, in cases of proven neglect or abuse. As well, I have a petition here from a number of individuals who support farmers' right to save, reuse, select, exchange, and sell seeds, whereas that's now being changed by commercial contracts, identity preservation, and so on. And they want us to go back to and allow for that inherent right of farmers derived from thousands of years of custom and tradition to do so. And then thirdly here, a petition in respect to these petitioners asking for a change to the criminal code in respect to impaired driving causing death being changed to the offense of vehicular manslaughter, and a number of other specific suggestions there to change the criminal code in this matter. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Brome-Missisquoi. I have a petition signed by 50-odd constituents calling for a reversal of changes to the Navigable Waters Act. Many lakes and rivers are no longer protected, and my constituents are concerned about tourists and outdoor activities. They're proud of the 50 or so rivers and waterways in my riding. They want them protected against reckless development. They join their voices with other Canadians on this matter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have two petitions today. The first calls upon the Government of Canada to review thoroughly and change policy on blood and organ donation in Canada. The petitioners understand that people should be pre-tested, and if there is any disease that they cannot donate. But they request that the government return the rights of healthy Canadians to give blood, bone marrow, and organs for those in need, no matter what the race, religion, or sexual preference of that person. And the second petition is in regard to the right of farmers to save, reuse, select, and exchange and sell seeds. They want the Parliament of Canada to refrain from making changes to the Seeds Act and Plant Breeders' Rights Act through Bill C-18 and re-enshrine the right of Canadian farmers to reuse, select, and exchange seeds in order to protect Canadian consumers.
Honourable Member for York South Weston.
Speaker, I have two petitions that are the same issue from constituents in my riding, asking that the federal government reverse the decision by Canada Post to end home postal delivery and raise its rates, and to reject that plan for reduced services. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Presenting petitions. Présentation des pétitions.